Skippy the Shadow Hunter, and today I'm doing my December 2019 wrap-up. I know this is already the third of the month, but like I said, I got behind on my filming, and I have been trying to decide if I wanted to film this video, and I'm glad I decided to film it because I read a total of 10 books last month, which was basically the amount I wanted to read. However, I did not meet my reading goal. I read 83 books and I was hoping to get to 88. So I was 5 books behind schedule, not to mention a total of actually about 10 books behind schedule. But that's okay because this year I'm going to get caught up. I'm making a beeline for the next 2 months of the year or 3 months to get an extra 10 books read between the next 3 months. So please let me know in the comments down below or post a video about the books you guys read in December, how your reading challenges went, and what you plan on doing for this year. So, the last book I finished reading in December of 2019 was Those That Wait by Jessie Karp. I've had this book now for about 10 years, and I'm glad I decided to finally pick it up and read it. I really enjoyed it. I kind of got lost in that throughout the book. It was very interesting, entertaining. It was very fast-paced. As soon as I picked it up, it was hard to put it down. However, I thought the storyline got kind of lost and a little bit hard to follow. I'm glad I finally read this book because a lot of the books I plan on reading the next 3 months are books I've owned for a long time and I have not read yet, and we're going to remedy that this year. And so I gave this about a 3, probably a 3 to 3.4 to 3.5 stars on Goodreads. If you guys have read this book, please let me know what you thought in comments down below. And then the book I finished before that in December of 2019 was In the Garden of Beasts by Eric Larson. I've also owned this book for a couple of years, and I'm finally glad I got to read. I really enjoyed this. This was very entertaining. It's not what I was expecting. It's about love, terror, the American family, and Hitler's Berlin, and that was exactly what this book was about. It was about spies, about loves, about sabotage, about war, about criminals, about family, about relationships, about high relationships, and it was very intriguing. I was supposed to do a review of this book, but I haven't done it. I kind of feel honestly like I probably should have reread this. Maybe I still will film a review of this, but I really like this book and I'd like to read more about it. I really liked his writing style. His writing style is one of the reasons why I love reading books like this and historical fiction, non-fiction books like this, is that even though it's not fiction, it flows off the page like butter and it's very easy to follow, and I just love that. And the book I read before that was Skippy Dies by Paul Murray. I absolutely loved this book. I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. This is my first Paul Murray book. It was funny, it was sad, it was real, it was depressing, but I love everything about it, and I really want to read more books by him. So if you guys have known any other good Paul Murray books, please leave your comments down below. And then the first book I read, I believe, for the month of December of 2019 was The Tattoos to Auschwitz by Heather Morris. I also really enjoyed this book. This is one of my favorite genres, historical fiction, but it is based off on a true story about 2 people who fall in love at the Auschwitz concentration camp during the Holocaust. And I really enjoyed this book. However, it was not what I was expecting. I still want to read her prequel to it, which I almost bought yesterday, but I didn't, so maybe I'll get my hands around it. If you guys have read this book, please let me know your comments down below. And the next book I read was Bear Time by Frederick Bachman. Frederick Bachman is one of my newest favorite authors, and I love this book. I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. Like I said in my review that I haven't posted yet, but I will post it either today or tomorrow. I really enjoyed this book because Frederick Bachman, he's funny, he's real, and it's sad, but it's real life, and that's what I want when I read fiction. I want it to be like real life, and his books are real life, and I love him for that in his books. And I believe the first book I read, actually this was the first one, the second book I read was The Race to Break the to break the German U-boat codes 1939 to 1943, seizing the Enigma by David Kahn. This book was so interesting. This went in depth about the Nazi U-boat codes and breaking the Enigma during World War II, about Bletchley Park and Bletchley Circle, which I read books about. I watched lots of things about this. This is very interesting. If you guys know other books about the U-boat codes and breaking the Enigma and seizing the Enigma, please leave comments down below. For those who are history buffs and want to know more about the U-code and decoding, this goes really sometimes, some points, and it's really detailed about breaking the codes. And it was very educational and entertaining at the same time. If you guys have read this, please let me know what you think about it in the comments down below or any books like it.